Welcome to Healthier Daily. I'm Dr. Ben Carter. I want to ask you about a sensation that is very hard to describe to a doctor, but impossible to ignore when you feel it. It starts as a quiet hum in your fingertips when you wake up. A little numbness, a little tingling, like your hands are asleep. Or maybe it's in your legs. You stand up after sitting for an hour and your knees feel wobbly. They feel weak. You don't trust them to hold your weight immediately. We are told that this is just getting older. We are told it is poor circulation or just nerves. But what if I told you that these feelings, the tingling, the weakness, the stiffness, are actually the sound of your body's internal structure snapping? It is not just old age. It is a specific biological crisis called collagen failure. Collagen is the protein that holds your body together. It wraps your nerves, it cushions your joints, it gives your blood vessels their strength. When you stop making it, you literally start to come apart at the seams. That tingling is your nerves losing their protective cushion. That weakness is your tendons losing their tension. But here is the good news. You do not need expensive injections or synthetic powders to fix this. Your body wants to repair that structure. It just needs the right tools. We have found 8 specific fruits that act as a complete repair kit for your collagen, but you have to use them in the right order. To explain why Dr. Hinohara is here with a powerful image that will change how you see your body.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Yes, collagen failure sounds scary, but it is just a supply chain problem. I ask my patients to imagine the collagen in their body as a giant, strong rope. When you are 20, this rope is thick, tight, and unbreakable. It holds your skin up. It holds your joints together. It holds your nerves in place. But after 60, that rope begins to fray. The tiny threads start to snap. The rope gets thinner. It gets loose. When the rope around your spine or your wrists gets loose, the nerves get pinched. That is the tingling. When the rope in your knees gets loose, the joint becomes unstable. That is the weakness. Now, most people try to fix this by buying collagen powder. They think they can just eat a new rope. But your body cannot use a pre-made rope. It must weave its own. You have a weaving factory inside your cells. But right now, your factory is stopped. You have no thread amino acids. You have no weaver's vitamin C. And the loom is rusty oxidative stress.
That is the problem. You are eating the wrong things so the factory stays closed. Today we are giving you the biological weaving protocol. We are going to take those 8 fruits from the opponent's video and we are going to organize them into the 3 stages of production. Stage 1, preparing the threads. How to use enzymes to create the raw material. Stage 2, the master weavers. How to use super vitamin C to knit the rope together. Stage 3, the protective coating. How to shield the new rope so it doesn't fray again. By the end of this video, you will have a complete fruit bowl that acts as a medicine cabinet for your joints and nerves. Before we start the factory, we want to hear from you. Do you feel that fraying rope? Is it the tingling hands or the weak legs? Which symptom bothers you the most? Please tell us in the comments below. It helps us know we are talking to the right people. And if you are ready to restart your weaving factory and strengthen that rope, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. Let's get to work.
Welcome back. We are standing on the factory floor. The machines are quiet. We need to start making our new collagen rope. But we have a problem. We cannot weave a rope out of thin air. We need threads. In your body, These threads are amino acids. They come from the protein you eat your chicken, your fish, your beans. But here is the secret. As you age, your stomach acid gets weaker. You eat the protein, but your body cannot unravel it. It cannot break the big protein down into the tiny threads we need. So, you are eating protein, but the factory has no thread. The weavers are idle.
This is the digestion gap, and this is why we need stage 1 preparing the threads. We need special chemical scissors to cut that protein open and release the amino acids. And nature has given us 3 fruits that are literally packed with these scissors. We call them the enzyme trio. Let's start with the most famous one, Food 6 papaya. The opponent's video called it a gentle healer, and they are right. But the reason is an enzyme called papain. Papain is so powerful, it is used commercially as a meat tenderizer. Why? Because it dissolves tough protein fibers. When you eat ripe papaya, that papain goes into your stomach and snips the protein chains from your dinner. It turns a steak into collagen threads. But we need more than one type of scissor. This brings us to Food 7 pineapple. This is the inflammation soother, but its secret weapon is bromelain. Bromelain works like papain, but it specializes in fighting inflammation while it digests. It clears away the rubble of old damaged tissue so the new threads can be laid down. And remember, you must eat the core. The tough center part is where the bromelain lives. Don't throw the medicine away. And finally, the third member of the trio, which the opponent ranked at 8, the kiwi. This little fuzzy fruit contains a unique enzyme called actinidin. Studies show actinidin is incredible at breaking down specific food proteins like dairy and meat that seniors often struggle with. It ensures that every gram of protein you eat becomes a usable thread for your collagen rope.
So this is your stage 1 breakfast or dessert. A bowl of papaya, pineapple, and kiwi. You are not just eating fruit salad. You are releasing millions of microscopic scissors into your system. You are turning your food into fuel for the factory. Now, the threads are ready. Welcome back. We are on the factory floor. In stage 1, we used our chemical scissors, papaya, pineapple, kiwi, to cut our protein into millions of tiny threads amino acids. The floor is covered in threads, but a pile of loose thread is not a rope. It has no strength. It cannot hold your body together. We need someone to pick up those threads and twist them into a tight, unbreakable cable. We need the master weaver.
And that master weaver is vitamin C. Now I know what you are thinking. I know Dr. Ben. I eat an orange sometimes. But here is the hard truth for a senior body that is already unraveling. An orange is not enough. An orange is a hobbyist weaver. We need industrial strength. We need rocket fuel for your collagen cells' fibroblasts. This brings us to the 2 most powerful fruits on the opponent's list, the ones that make an orange look weak. First, let's look at Food 5 guava. This tropical fruit is a monster of nutrition. One single guava has 4 times the vitamin C of an orange. Eating one guava is like hiring 4 weavers for the price of one. It floods your factory with the energy it needs to knit those threads together fast.
Guava is wonderful, but there is one fruit that sits on the throne. It is the king of collagen. This is Food 1 Amla Indian gooseberry. Most people in the West have never seen it. It is small, green, and sour. But in Ayurveda, it is legendary. Why? Because it has up to 20 times the vitamin C of an orange.
But it's not just the amount, it's the stability. Vitamin C is usually very fragile. Heat or light destroys it. But the vitamin C in amla is wrapped in special tannins that protect it. It survives digestion. It gets into your cells. The opponent's video mentioned a study where amla increased collagen density by 24%. That is not just maintenance. That is rebuilding. You are literally thickening the rope. And amla does one more thing. It fights the enemy. As we age, our body produces an enzyme called collagenase. Its only job is to cut the rope. It destroys the collagen you already have. Amla blocks that enzyme. So amla is a weaver and a bodyguard. It builds the new rope and stops the enemy from cutting the old rope.
So stage 2 is complete. We have the guava and the amla. The master weavers are working at full speed. The threads are becoming a rope. The structure is coming back. We love our Healthier Daily family, and it brings us great joy to see our community grow. We would be so grateful if you would tell us in the comments, what country or what state here in the U.S. are you watching from today? We read them all, and it inspires us. Welcome back. We have the threads from stage 1. We have the master weavers from stage 2. The rope is being built. But anyone who works with fabric or rope knows that a new rope is loose. It can unravel easily if you pull on it too hard. We need a binding agent. We need a glue to hold the weave tight while it sets.
That is the perfect way to introduce food to strawberries. Strawberries are famous for vitamin C, yes, but they have a secret ingredient that almost no one talks about. It is called ellagic acid. This is the glue. Here is what ellagic acid does. It protects the elastic fibers in your skin and joints. When you go out in the sun or when you have inflammation, your body produces enzymes that try to melt your new collagen. Ellagic acid stops those enzymes. It prevents the melting. It holds the structure together. It keeps the new collagen firm and bouncy instead of letting it get stiff and brittle. So, by adding strawberries to your bowl, you are not just building the rope, you are setting the rope. You are making sure it stays tight.
So now, the rope is finished. It is woven. It is glued. But we have one final dangerous enemy. This enemy is invisible. It is floating in your blood right now. It is rust. We call it oxidative stress. These are free radicals that attack your new collagen rope and try to burn through it. If we do not protect the rope, it will fray again in a month.
This brings us to our final stage. Stage 3, the protective coating. We need a shield. We need a rust-proofing layer. And the best way to find this shield is to look for color, specifically the deepest, darkest purple and blue you can find. This is Food 3 Blueberries and Food 4 Blackberries. The opponent's video called Blueberries the Protector Shield, and they were right. The magic here is anthocyanins. These are the pigments that make the berries blue. But inside your body, they act like a force field. And this is where we solve the mystery of the tingling hands. Why do your hands tingle? Because the tiny microscopic blood vessels, capillaries that feed your nerves, are damaged and leaking. Anthocyanins are famous for strengthening those tiny vessel walls. They repair the pipes that feed the nerves. When you eat these dark berries, you are not just protecting the collagen. You are restoring the flow to your fingertips and toes.
I remember the story of the pianist from the opponent's video. Her fingers were swollen. She lost her touch. She started eating blueberries. And the music came back. Why? Because she put the protective coating on her nerves. She stopped the rust. She opened the flow.
So let's look at the dark berry duo blueberries for the force field around your nerves and brain. Blackberries for the heavy dose of manganese, as the opponent noted, which is another essential mineral for locking in the bone structure. We have the threads, we have the weavers, we have the glue, and now we have the shield. The weaving factory is complete.
Welcome back. We have assembled our entire factory team. We have the enzymes papaya, pineapple, kiwi to prepare the threads. We have the vitamin C amla guava to weave the rope. We have the glue strawberries and the shield blueberries, blackberries to protect the work. Now my patients often look at this list and say, Dr. Hinohara, this is wonderful, but that is a lot of fruit. I'm worried about the sugar. This is a very smart question. As seniors, we must be careful with our blood sugar. But I want to tell you, fruit is not candy.
That is the most important distinction we can make today. When you drink fruit juice, you are drinking liquid sugar. That spikes your insulin and damages your collagen. But when you eat the whole fruit, you are eating the fiber. The fiber in guava, the fiber in kiwi, the fiber in berries. It acts like a sponge. It slows down the sugar absorption. It gives you a steady energy instead of a sugar crash. However, we can make it even safer. We can use food synergy to turn these fruits into a complete collagen meal that won't spike your blood sugar. We call this the Morning Revival Bowl.
This is my favorite breakfast. It combines all 3 stages of the factory into one bowl. Here is how you build it. Layer 1, the enzyme base. Start with 1-2 cup of cubed papaya or pineapple. Why? This goes into your stomach first. It releases the enzymes papain bromelain to clear the path and prepare your digestion. Layer 2, the weaver's power. Add 1 sliced kiwi or half a guava. Why? This delivers the massive shock of vitamin C. It wakes up the weavers. Layer 3, the protective shield. Sprinkle a handful of blueberries or blackberries on top. Why, this adds the anthocyanins to protect the work.
But wait, we are missing one thing. To make this a perfect meal that stabilizes your blood sugar for hours, you must add a fat anchor. Fruit digests fast. Fat digests slow. If you add a handful of walnuts, or a dollop of Greek yogurt, or a sprinkle of chia seeds on top of your fruit, you anchor the meal. You slow down digestion. This ensures that the repair materials trickle into your bloodstream slowly over hours, keeping the factory running all morning long.
It is delicious. It is safe. And it is powerful. You are not just having fruit. You are having a protocol. Papaya for the gut, kiwi for the weave, berries for the nerves, and nuts for the fuel.
This is how you eat for structure. You stop looking at food as calories. You start looking at food as instructions. This bowl tells your body, repair the joints, fix the nerves, strengthen the skin. So let's take a step back and look at the weaving factory we have built today. We started with a scary reality, the fraying rope. The tingling in your hands, the weakness in your legs, the feeling that your body is slowly coming apart. The opponent's video gave you a list of 8 fruits, but now you have a biological protocol. You know that you cannot just eat a fruit and expect a miracle. You must respect the order of the factory. Let's review your new collagen action plan. Stage 1, prepare the threads. You need the enzymes papaya, pineapple, kiwi to break down your protein into usable building blocks. Without this, you have no thread. Stage 2, hire the master weavers. You need the super vitamin C amla guava to knit those threads into a strong rope. Without this, the thread just piles up on the floor. Stage 3, apply the protective shield. You need the Anthocyanins, blueberries, blackberries to stop the rust and protect your nerves. Without this, the new rope frays immediately.
This is the difference between eating healthy and healing. When you look at your fruit bowl now, you are not just seeing snacks. You are seeing tools. You see the kiwi as a pair of scissors. You see the guava as a welding torch. You see the blueberry as a shield. And remember, the sugar rule. We are not asking you to drink gallons of juice. That is dangerous. We are asking you to eat the whole fruit and to anchor it with fat nuts or yogurt. This turns the sugar spike into a slow-release energy line for your factory. I want to leave you with one thought. The opponent's video said something beautiful. Your body has not given up on you. That is the absolute truth. Your body wants to repair that rope. It is desperate to stop the tingling and the weakness. It is just waiting for you to deliver the materials. Today you have the packing slip. You know what to deliver.
That is the promise. You are not too old to rebuild. Your cells are listening. If this weaving factory metaphor finally made sense of your joint pain and weakness, please do us a great favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who are feeling frayed. And please share this video. We all know someone who is suffering from neuropathy, tingling, or bad knees. They might be taking pills that mask the pain, but they are starving for the structure. This video could be the blueprint they need. If you are not yet part of our Healthier Daily community, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are committed to bringing you these deep dive science-backed systems every single week. And for our final Weaver's question, which stage of the factory do you think your body is missing the most? Do you need more enzymes, stage 1? Do you need more vitamin C, stage 2? Or do you need more protection, stage 3? We would love to read your diagnosis in the comments below. And as always, a final critical reminder. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Tingling hands and weak legs can be signs of serious medical conditions like diabetes, spinal compression, or B12 deficiency. If you have these symptoms, you must see a doctor for a diagnosis. And if you are diabetic, please monitor your blood sugar carefully when adding fruit to your diet, even with the fat anchor.
Thank you for joining us. Your body is a masterpiece of engineering. Give it the respect and the materials it deserves. Be wise, be strong, be well.